The Himalayan territory of Kashmir is resource-rich, laced with green carpets. Woods surround the valley. Lofty mountains, snowy peaks, roaring rivulets, and fresh streams add the charm of the landlocked Kashmir. But the water scarcity across Kashmir is a deep-rooted crisis. River Jhelum, which used to be the prime source of water, has reduced its carrying capacity. Experts believe that the dramatic change in climatic conditions is responsible for depleting water resources. I talked to Kashmir's top environmental lawyer, Nadeem Qadri, to know the cause and concern.
Fundamentally, the conflict has not allowed international researchers to access certain data from the grassroots level so that they could have kept those data points, and that could have helped them to understand that how is the water scenario changing its dynamics when the whole world is talking about climate change. Second, we don't have any substantial work being done at the universities level so that you will get the data that how much is the scarcity and how much is the abundance of the water resources you have. Third, the government lacks the concretization of the data because they don't have anything when it comes to how much is the water scarcity and what are the principal objectives government must follow to give clean drinking water to the people.
Nadeem, you just mentioned that we are not able to get assistance from the international community or a global community because of the conflict. Is conflict the hindrance here?
As far as for any research, it must be done with the local institutions. They cannot come and directly land for doing any data collection. It has to be approved by the government. It has to be approved by the educational research institutes, including the universities. There is a problem where the government has been reluctant most of the time not to allow foreign people to go into those wildernesses where they could have collected the data points. See, what actually data point mean is that you're monitoring that how much Kolai glacier has melted from last so many years. You have only one professor, Professor Shakil Ramshu in Kashmir University, who holds a degree of a data with himself, and he can tell you that how much Kolai has shrinked, how much Thajwas glacier has shrinked, how much the other glaciers around in Valley of Kashmir have shrunk. So that means we have a very limited access to that data, which is ultimately creating a problem at a policy making level.
For the first time, 6 men lost lives in Kashmir in search of water. 2 months ago, the young boys were digging well and all of them died due to asphyxiation in a water-deficient Ramhal belt of Kupwara. I witnessed mayhem at Warsun village, women wailing and men mourning.
The moment we reached here, people from surrounding areas had already assembled. We called both police and health officials, but none of them turned up immediately.
The angry locals accused that the death of 6 precious lives has failed to ring the alarm bells in the concerned quarters of the administration. According to the detailed project report I accessed from one of the officials, the cost of the water supply scheme meant for the concerned Milyal block is 42 lakh Indian rupees, which amounts to 57,433 US dollars. The work on this water supply scheme was supposed to be completed by year end 2021, but nothing substantial has happened so far. The women folk have to struggle for getting potable water in earthen pots. It causes great inconvenience and remains a risk of accidental falls in rough weather conditions. How can global community help? I talked to TERI expert Manish Srivastava to know his opinion.
Basically, on the basis of the reasons that you have, you can figure out who is the right person to help or who is the right agency to help. Unless there is a reason which relates with international law, you cannot really, say that the international agencies have any role to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. Second is whether the subject matter is also a subject matter of the central list. The policy formulation in India has three lists, right?
Yes.
Central list,
State list and concurrent list.
concurrent list.
Yes.
So if it falls within the concurrent list and the central list, then one can expect the central government to.
There may be water everywhere in Kashmir, but literally not a drop to drink for Kupwara's twin villages. Will government help? Remains to be seen.